Have just taken place. Thanks, ma'am. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining in. I believe this is a 49% stake that you've bought in a South African company. Can you just explain to us what the details are?
No, it's not a South African company. This is the 49% stake that was held by our Cuban partners in this manufacturing joint venture. And that is the stake that we have bought. This particular joint venture was supposed to provide manufacturing support for all the programs that we were developing in a partnered way with the Cuban company CMAB.
Okay, so you've completely bought them out in the joint venture.
That's right.
Can I ask you for the consideration for how much, what sum of money you actually completed the transaction?
Well, I'm unable to disclose that at the moment. But I think this was an important, development because of course, we believed that the manufacturing component was actually dragging down the kind of financial robustness of this partnership. So by Biocon taking it over, it actually brought in a lot more financial robustness into our partnership because, we have a number of programs that we are jointly developing. And we believe that those are going to really sort of pay back handsomely for both partners. The most advanced being the anti-CD6 monoclonal antibody. And the other thing is that, Biocon's own need for expanding the manufacturing facilities beyond the Cuban needs were also perceived to be the reason why we went in for this acquisition.
Could you elaborate a little bit about the financial strength that you spoke about now that it comes under the fold of Biocon completely?
Yeah, this manufacturing facility at the moment is only supporting the Biomab sales in India. And therefore, the ability to kind of bring in financial viability for the Cuban joint venture was proving to be very difficult. So by Biocon taking it over, I think we are able to then bring financial, logic into the whole operation because as you know, we are developing biosimilars.
Right.
For which we need expansion. And this facility actually allows us to expand that need.
Would you be needing to invest any money into this part of the business that you're taking under your fold at this point?
Absolutely, yes.
How much?
It's not a huge amount because at this point in time, the kind of investments that we need to make are really to support the development of biosimilars that we are developing along with Mylan. And this is a shared cost in terms of investing in the expansion program, but it's also about then entering into emerging markets initially, which will give us a short to medium term return on that investment, and then followed by the entry into regulated markets. The amount to be invested is not significant, but I think it's an important move because it helps us to really focus on various aspects of this facility.
So ma'am, now Biocon Biopharmaceuticals becomes your 100% subsidiary. Can you share with us the revenue and profit numbers that you're working with and any projections if you can share with us right now?
Right now, I don't think I'll be able to really give you any detailed, numbers or projections for that matter, but suffice to say that this is a business that will be very, very important and significant in terms of its contribution over the next 3 to 5 years.
Can you just tell us then what the top line now of this entity would be like? Let's say if not now, maybe a year or two down the line. And by when do you think it will turn the corner in terms of profitability? Just this business, this subsidiary.
I think you will have to wait because this is a closed period. So I'm not able to disclose too many numbers to you at this stage.
So in the time frame that you mentioned, Ms. Shaw, though, over the next 3 years or so, how much do you see this roughly as a percentage to revenue and profitability?
Again, I don't want to give you any kind of forecast at this stage. I think we will have to kind of share this information for you in the near future, but not right now.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, recently the board, or not too long back, the board had actually given an approval for a capex for this entity. Is that correct?
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. This was the capacity expansion that we need to undertake to develop all the biosimilars along in the partnered program with Mylan.
Okay. And just a quick sort of clarification, what kind of margins does this operate at vis-a-vis Biocon Consolidated's margins?
Well, right now, of course, I don't. It's not really significant because of the fact that the facility has not been able to support the kind of business in order to sort of generate any kind of significant bottom line or operational profits. But going forward, we expect to correct this.
Appreciate you taking the time out, Ms. Shaw, and joining us this morning. Kiran Majumdar-Shaw from Biocon on the latest developments. Stock still holding up 3.5%. We'll head into a break, come back and resume our conversation with both Rajat and Ivy on the other side. That's the stock holding up 3.6% at 307. We'll be right back.